$400 something dollars for a student with 4,000.
Byron, that's a good question. What I can tell you is that the two areas we are short on or spend more on per student across the board in our peer group and throughout the state in general is transportation and school admin. Those are Board of Education categories. They include most of what you would expect. And, you know, over in Forsyth County, almost every area is less per student than what we spend over here. So what I will do is what I do in the industry. I go look at someone doing it right and find out what they're doing right, and I come back over here and implement it.
Jenny, transportation is a big issue and a big expense. I remember several years ago when the county implemented dual busing. For instance, they didn't want the elementary school students riding with middle schoolers, so two buses went into the same subdivision. I don't know if they still do that or not. But you talked about the STEM academies. Will transportation be provided for them?
Yes, we will. We're going to, looking at where we're doing some hub busing, so that if you live in the zone where you are going to go to Oak Grove Elementary, then you would go to either Clark Creek, or you would go to Boston, or you would go to Bascom, and then a bus would take you. So we are going to do what they call the depot stops. As far as combining the middle and that, in every zone except for the Etowah zone, the middle and high school are combined. They are not combined in the Etowah zone. Those of you that have lived here as long as I have remember about the unfortunate incidents. They're actually very tragic that we had at a bus stop, and that is why they separated the middle and the high school. So that is one of the zones. But in most of the zones, they do combine the middle and the high school, and then the elementary kids go separately. And they're always evaluating the routes. Just because we do it this way one year does not mean that we're going to do it the same way. They look at that, where can we trim some stops, those sorts of things. So once again, transportation, they're always looking at the routes to see. That's why I tell people all the time, if your kids are going to ride the bus to school, put them on the first few days of school so we know to expect them. A lot of them want to take their children to school, and that's awesome, and they want to get the pictures and all that, but then we don't realize that we're going to have more kids along about day 5, day 6, day 7. We have a lot more extras on the bus, and then the mamas are complaining because there's 3 in a seat and there were only 2 in the seat last week. So that is one thing to make a little public service announcement there, since school's starting here in a few days.